done this at least 30 times. These were only his known victims. Pine and others in law enforcement suspected the real number might be double or even triple that. His head was shaved, his jaw and chin the same. His cold, antiseptic eyes flitted over Pine like those of a curious serpent before striking its prey. They were the pupils of a predatory wild animal. The only thought behind them was to kill. Pine also knew that Tor, the consummate con man, could play any role demanded of him in order to lure his victims to their doom, including appearing to be a normal person. And that in itself was terrifying enough.
"You again?"
he said, his tone intentionally patronizing. "Third time's the charm," she replied evenly.
"You're starting to bore me, so make it count."
"I showed you Mercy's picture during the last visit."
"And I said I needed more information."
Despite his words about being bored, Pine knew he needed someone to try to dominate. He required attention to justify his very existence. She intended to use that to her advantage. "I've given you all I have."
"All that you think you have. I mentioned that last time. I called it homework. Have you done it? Or are you going to disappoint me?"
Pine was treading a delicate line here. She knew it. And more important, so did Tor. She wanted to keep him engaged without allowing him to completely overwhelm her. That was what bored the man. "Maybe you have some ideas that might help me." He looked at her moodily.
"You said your twin sister was 6 when she was taken."
"That's right."
"From her bedroom in the middle of the night near Andersonville, Georgia. With you in the room?"
"Yes."
"And you think I struck you but didn't kill you?"
"You actually cracked my skull."
"And I performed a nursery rhyme to decide which one of you to take."
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
"So whomever the rhyme started on, it would end on the other because of the even number of words."
She leaned forward. "So why did you pick me to start the rhyme with? Because then you knew Mercy would be the loser."
"You're going too fast, Agent Pine. You must slow down if we're to get anywhere."
Pine instinctively decided to punch back. "I don't feel like wasting any more time." He smiled and rattled his shackles as he responded.
"I've got all the time in the world."
"Why did you choose to let me live and not Mercy? Was it just random? A coincidence?"
"Don't let your survivor's guilt run away with you, and I don't have time for whiners."
He abruptly smiled and added,
"Even with over 30 life sentences to my name."
He acted proud of his legal punishment, and she knew he was. "Okay, but it's important for me to know," she said calmly.
"I cracked your skull, so you said. You could have easily died."
"Could have, but didn't. And you always liked to make sure with your victims."
"And you do realize that you're now refuting your own argument that I was the attacker that night?"
"I don't see it that way."
"Let me press the point then. Do you know of any other time when I took a 6-year-old from her bedroom and left a witness alive?"
She sat back. "No."
"So why think I did so in your case? Because your hypnotherapist elicited that memory from you? You told me about that the last visit. Curious thing, hypnotherapy. It's wrong as often as it's right. Maybe more so. But you would have studied me at the FBI. All of you did, because I was required reading."
He added casually, though she could detect a glint of pride in his words.
"You said you knew I was operating in Georgia around that time. So you know what I think? The hypnosis didn't produce an actual memory. It merely gave you the basis to form a conclusion at which you had already arrived based on extraneous information."
He shook his head.
"That would never stand up in court. You put me there because you wanted to put me there, and you didn't have the real person to fill in the blanks in your memories. You wanted closure so badly, you're willing to accept an untruth."
She said nothing, because the man could be right about that. As she sat mulling this over, he said,
"Agent Pine, have I lost you?"
He rattled his chains.
"Hello, FBI. My interest meter is plummeting by the second."
You